So this is the Marvel Select Watcher from Diamond Select Toys, and he is pretty big. Cannot fit him in frame, but here he is through the front side. And there it is from the back side. There is a read up on the back side. You can go ahead and pause the video now if you wish to read it. Alright, so standing in at about 9 inches tall, this is the Watcher, and I have some mixed feelings about it. I think it looks great. Aesthetically wise, man, this is the definitive Watcher figure for sure, comic book version. Until we get another one to compare it to. This is the only one really on the market in this scale for the comic book design of it. We did get a Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure for the MCU version of Uatu the Watcher, and we have yet to get a comic book version from Marvel Legends. So till that day comes, this is it, and it looks really good. Is the reason why I bought it. It is from my understanding that this is a reissue, as well as the original release sold out, and so did the reissue. So it's very popular because of the fact that it does look good. It is a decent figure, and it's the only one in this scale on the market. Now he only comes with one accessory, and it is this base piece here. It's just a rock, like a cosmic rock. It's very hollow on the bottom. It's just a base. Normally, Diamond Select includes a lot of accessories or some very nice creative bases, but I understand here this is such a big figure. At 30 bucks, we're getting this and only this little piece here for an accessory. I think it's understandable because the figure itself is Build-A-Figure size. Honestly, I think this still would be a bigger figure than whatever Hasbro will give us for their version of the comic book Watcher. I could be wrong, but I still feel like would still be a bigger scale because obviously Marvel Select scales much bigger than Marvel Legends. Articulation wise, I'm very disappointed to find out that the legs are completely static. They are not articulated. It is a statue from the waist down. Now, that could be debatable because it's just the Watcher. He just watches, he just stands. You're not going to get him kneeling down or in a running pose, or you know what I mean. You're not really going to utilize the leg articulation, but it's still nice to see articulation points on the ankles at the very least, the boots, the knees, even though you're really not going to utilize it. Now, another gripe of mine is the way he is packaged in the box. It's, of course, the blister package with zip ties or whatever you may want to call them, twisty ties. And they got the cape going through a little hole in the blister, but it's, the edges are so, I guess, sharp that it rubbed off paint as I took them out of the box. I really hate when they do that. I think they do that so the capes don't warp. But still, I mean, geez, I even bent. Like I rolled up the cape like this to get it through it, and it's still scratched up. I mean, you can kind of see it peeling right there. Up top here, we get some flakes. So that's a bit of a bummer that we had to, or I had to deal with that. Also, the top of the head has a silverish gray mark. I don't know where that comes from because the zip ties or the twisty ties are actually plastic. They are these things. They did not use the metal ones, so I don't know why that's there. So that kind of bugs me. And then also the paint job on the sash over the torso is a little spotty. You can see some white spots all over there. And then I can only assume that this is intentional, but we have a pretty dirty skirt piece here. I mean, this is dirt. This is like, it looks like somebody had dirty hands handling this figure. I'm gonna just assume that it's part of the figure. We do get some of that up top here, so maybe it's some sort of shading that they applied, or the way they added this dirt effect was with actually having dirty hands and doing this, and then there you go. There's your shading of some dirty garments, but I'm gonna just assume that that's part of the figure. Now those are mainly all of my gripes, including the non-articulated legs. They pulled a Howard the Duck here on us, but everything else is pretty darn awesome about the figure. The head sculpt is pretty good. I mean, I have no complaints with that head sculpt right there. It articulates, no problem, left and right. Looks up a little bit, looks down. Very, very nice head sculpt. The arms are really smooth in terms of tightness. They go all the way up, they go all the way down, in and out, no issues. Bicep swivel, single jointed elbow, and then we get these Toy Biz looking wrist hinges. So that kind of sucks. I don't really like that. But we do get a forearm swivel at the glove here, but not at the wrist. Same thing on the other side. As for the waist, it does swivel left and right, and that's it. There is no crunch or anything else. So super limited on articulation. Not the best of the best, but at least it fits the character. I mean, we don't need him doing much else. So I kind of get it. Now, I feel like at the very least, they should have really given us better paint applications on here. I do have some blue on the glove here on mine, so that's a little messy. And then I have some of the blue bleeding onto his leg down here. So overall, it's a little messy for my liking. And I just wish it was a little bit more cleaner. So real quick, here he is standing on the base. Again, he doesn't need the base to stand, and if anything, I think the base will probably warp his legs, because just to get him to fit, you have to separate or spread the legs a little bit, or stretch it, because you don't have any leg joints really. So I feel like over time, that's gonna probably mess up his, you know, his legs. So I think I'm gonna do without it. This could be a little background piece in your little display or something that you could use. Alright, so here we have the two watchers next to each other. We have the Marvel Legends Build-A-Figure MCU version on the right side, next to the Marvel Select on the left, and you can see that even the Marvel Legends version stands taller, although he is not as wide as the Marvel Select, or the comic book version I should say. A lot more skinnier and slimmer, and just taller for the Build-A-Figure here on the right side. Next to another big Marvel Select figure, we have Titanium Man, which does stand taller than the Watcher by quite a bit. And then here's what he looks like next to a somewhat regular sized person. We have the Human Torch flamed on, and he does stand taller than the Human Torch. And next to a regular sized Marvel Legend figure, here's what he looks like. So that concludes my review of the Diamond Select, the Watcher figure from Marvel Select line, and overall, it's a great looking comic book version of the Watcher, the best one that we have yet. Till another one comes around, this is going to be the one to get, and I understand why it continues to sell out. I just wish he was a little bit more articulated, but aesthetically wise, he looks amazing and he does get the job done. So let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. While you're down there, hit the like button and consider subscribing if you haven't done so already. As always, everyone, take care, take it easy, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.